Oh hi, welcome to another episode of Dave's Home Cooking. Let me turn this down a little. There we go, now maybe you can hear me a little better. You know, I was thinking one day, light bulb just went off in my head. I was planning on making a pot roast one day. Pot roast is one of those things that I can make so many different ways, it's just unbelievable. Some of the ways I make it would just boggle the mind. But one of the things that came to my head one day was, you know, you go into a Chinese restaurant and you order orange beef, and it's fabulous. So I thought, why not orange pot roast? Orange beef is great. Why not orange pot roast? The next day I made it. Turned out absolutely fabulous. Now I know I've done pot roast, I've already done a video on pot roast, but I wanted to show you my orange pot roast because I think it's really good. So today's episode, a pot roast orange. Well, traditionally with a pot roast, you're going to make mashed potatoes, which I'm going to do. I'll make some Parmesan mashed potatoes. Also carrots. I'm going to just saute some carrots. Slice them really thin. But one thing I wanted to do different today, I was watching Giada De Laurentiis the other day. She made a cauliflower gratin, which absolutely looked fabulous. I'm going to make it. Well, it's actually cauliflower bacon gratin, as I looked at the recipe. So, guess what we're frying up right now? This is Applewood smoked bacon. There's our bacon ready to go. The other thing that it called for was 3 large slices of sourdough bread. Day-old sourdough bread. I didn't have day-old because I just bought it today and I don't feel like waiting. So, half a stick of butter. And then cut the bread into crouton-sized pieces. And I'm stirring it around to toast it. That'll be the topping along with some Gruyere cheese for the cauliflower bacon gratin. Okay, so we blanched for a couple of minutes in boiling water the cauliflower, then drained it. We toasted some sourdough bread in butter, and actually a little bit of the bacon fat that was left in there. There's the bacon. We've got 3/4 of a cup of cream, about 4 ounces of Gruyere in there, with a tablespoon of flour to thicken it up. We've got another 4 ounces of Gruyere shredded here to top it with. So the only thing left to do is to put this together, and then we slide it into the oven. Now, since I'm going to be sauteing the carrots rather than braising them or boiling them or anything, what we're going to do is we're going to slice them very thinly, because I want them to cook pretty quickly with whatever spices and or liquid I decide to use, which will be butter, oil, and then probably ground ginger, maybe some basil, maybe a little honey, brown sugar, butter. You know, we're not to that point yet, but you can see how I'm slicing them pretty thinly on a bias, just so they look pretty. We're going to brown off the roast a little bit. I don't want to brown it too much or put a crust on it, because I don't want anything to inhibit the essential oils from the orange zest from permeating and perfuming the roast once I get that on. So we're only going to do this a couple of minutes per side. I don't want a lot of browning interfering with the zest. I'm going to be zesting. I've got some mandarin oranges here that I just gave them a quick wash and then dried them off real quick, since we're going to be harvesting the zest off a number of these. And very easy to do. Just get your little microplane out. just have to check to see, you know, after I do a few of them, how much zest I've got. And then I want a pretty goodly amount, because it's a pretty big roast. It's over 4 pounds. So we're just going to keep doing this until we've got the amount of zest that we need. And you'll see what we've got so far. Can't have a roast without a goodly amount of garlic. So let's mince up a little garlic here. Try to keep it in a little pile. I think that'll do. About 2/3 of the garlic that I just minced is going to go into the mirepoix. The rest of it's going to go on top of the roast, along with the zest. So let's get that mixed in there. We are just about ready to go here. Got the oven preheated to 350 degrees. And I think that's pretty much ready to go. So let's put our roast on top. We salt and peppered the roast liberally. It's a big piece of meat, so don't be shy with the salt and pepper. Believe me, you won't even know it's there. I don't care how much you put on it. There's enough of it that, I mean, the roast is big enough that it can take a lot of salt and a lot of pepper. Now, here's our secret ingredient. Not so secret anymore. All that zest. We want this to perfume the roast and let its essential oils just leach right down into it. Let's play the peeping Tom game. And let's take a little look. Let's see how this is coming. Oh yeah. Well, there's Jada's cauliflower bacon gratin. I just pulled it out of the oven. Looks pretty good. I kind of sliced through it in a number of places just to break up the cauliflower a little bit more and to make sure the cauliflower was actually done. And it is. And it looks pretty good. I just tested the roast. It's done. And looks pretty good. Let's plate it and eat it. Here's my dinner. BG before gravy and AG after gravy. Thanks for joining me today for a pot roast orange. I really hope you try the recipe. It really is pretty spectacular. It's amazing what you can do with just some mandarin oranges and orange juice and zest. It really will perfume the meat for you wonderfully. The Asians, they know what they're doing. That orange beef that they serve is pretty good, but this, a little different, a little better, a little more American, but wow, really good. I hope you try the recipe, and thanks for joining me on Dave's Home Cooking.